Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Anarchy Among Friends Roundtable Discussion, episode 10. Mark is a little busy, so I'm sitting in the captain's seat tonight.
Mark's a lot of busy, hopefully.
Mark's probably a lot of
Yeah, buddy, get it?
I didn't hear any goats screaming. I didn't hear any weird music, so I think he's okay. So
It's early yet.
Melissa's pretty busy too, so she's not going to be joining us. Mark may join us later. May.
Everybody send good vibes to Melissa over the next 4 days.
Yes. Good luck to Melissa, of course.
Good luck
she
to
needs
Melissa.
it. Okay. Anarchy Among Friends Roundtable Discussion is covered by the BIPCOT No Government License, which allows for the reuse of this podcast by anyone except government and the agents thereof. That's bipcot.org. And we have...
Unless you're Kevin.
Unless you're Kevin. Kevin is a friend saboteur. He's not really a friend.
He's our pet fed. Can we call him our pet fed?
Our pet fed. He's our inside man.
That's right.
That's right.
So
he's Derica's inside man.
Yes, he is.
Hello.
That's why she's cool. It's not just the headphones, guys. So we know Derica's feeling good.
Yeah.
How you doing tonight, Dan?
I'm fucking wonderful.
Fucking wonderful.
Couldn't be better.
That's fucking awesome.
I'm fucking glowing,
buddy.
you guys.
Oh, you too?
I'm fucking glowing.
Tell me about it.
Yeah.
Just a little high.
Yeah.
So
Well, that's not why I'm glowing.
That's one of the reasons I am.
Yeah. I was going to say something dirty. I'm going to say something dirty there, but I respect Kevin. I wouldn't do that to him.
Why would you not say something dirty? That's why our vast viewership is so loyal.
Yeah, all 2 viewers.
That's right.
We love you.
Those 2 people that like
We
everything
really do.
You never really talk to them. Those
Yeah.
are our viewers right now. We got I have no idea, but I'm betting it's Marky and Dylan.
I don't know, but I personally want to say
Probably.
to whoever it is, I love you.
Yes.
Ditto
We
what
love
he
you
said.
very much. We do.
So I'm not watching the links tonight, guys. I'm sorry. I'm not watching the chat tonight. Sorry.
Oh,
So
it's
if you
all
get
good.
Oh.
We're just rolling freestyle tonight. Well, you got some articles, right?
I have no idea. I have no idea what I'm doing. I learned how to do the live broadcast tonight. First time trying it, so let's just hope I don't fuck up anywhere.
Oh, it's all
You're
good.
still a step ahead of me.
So
I don't know how to do it. I just show up.
It was embarrassingly simple. Like Marx has been trying to get me to learn it for a while now because I've been admin on Voluntary Agrarian YouTube page.
Yep.
And he's approached me like 4 or 5 times, and I've always been busy or whatever. And I've been putting it off and putting it off and putting it off. And today he's like, "Oh, hey, I got a date. You need to do it."
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Jason's into the fire.
Somebody else has got to learn it. Because like the last time we got stuck with fucking when Dylan was on the first time, we got stuck for like what, an extra half an hour or something.
Yeah, because Mark wasn't back yet to turn it off.
Dude.
It ended on
and
its
shit.
own, and it ended on its own, which is bonkers because they run for like 8 hours. Like this will run for 8 hours if nobody fucks with it, and it went like 2:20 and stopped. So,
Can you set like a time limit? Maybe he did that. Maybe he set like a cutoff.
I don't know. I think we just got really, really lucky. Thank you, North Korea.
Supreme leader.
Yeah.
The Supreme leader gave us some extra time.
Yes.
I'm tired tonight, you guys.
Oh, stop.
That's what happens when you.
Look, I drove from Virginia to Ohio and back this weekend. I just got home at 5:30 tonight, so I'm fucking tired.
Ohio.
I'm tired. Yeah.
No. Yeah. Why? What's up? Would your son have to go there?
No, friend's birthday party up in Springfield.
You guys are always traveling, man.
Yeah, we do travel a lot, I guess.
Yeah. Like when
Well,
Kevin
yes.
said he was driving back from Jacksonville, I'm like, what the fuck's he doing down there?
He was picking up KJ for the summer.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh.
And
Well,
then, yeah, I think.
So
So
you
there's
went
Midwest Peace and Liberty
Peace and Liberty
Fest.
Fest.
Yeah, when's that?
Weekend after next.
In
Yeah.
Central Michigan.
That's
Enjoy
in
that.
Michigan. That's like a
Enjoy that.
14 at least hour drive for us, but we're doing it.
Right.
We're going for 3 nights. Jeremy is saving us a spot in the orchard, and we're going to camp next to him in the Bib Tots.
That'll be
Sweet,
fun.
That'll be one for the memory books.
Yeah. Take lots of pictures and shit.
Oh yeah.
And then I think
yeah,
we'll probably go to Disneyland in the fall, and I don't know. Well, me and the boys go to Oregon for a couple weeks every summer.
Oh, sweet.
And what was the name of your sister shop out there?
The Green Ridge Apothecary in McMinnville, Oregon.
Okay, we'll have to throw that in the show notes.
It's on 8th Street, right between Baker and Adams.
Bake shop.
Yeah.
A head shop on Baker.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll have to throw that in the show notes for your sister.
Yeah.
Because we support cannabis.
Yeah.
I think we all really, really, really support cannabis.
I support it all the way to here.
I support it in every method.
That's right.
So
and they have good stuff too. Like I've always.
It's Oregon. Oh my God,
the weed I've always gotten from my sister has always been fantastic.
Now, is it medically? Is it medical or is it full on recreational?
It's recreational.
It's recreational. Well, both.
Oh yeah, that's right. They made it right around the time, or wait, no, that was Washington that made it right around the time.
Like summer before
Colorado.
last,
So
Oregon implemented there.
Okay.
Yeah.
California is recreational legal too, but it's still there's no recreational shops yet.
Really?
So yeah,
they think they would just like kind of
Oregon
transfer like the medical shops like and just make them full on recreational.
I wish that's what Nevada did. Nevada passed recreational at the same time, and part of their bill was the medical dispensaries could get an additional permit and sell recreational right away. There's no recreational specific shops open in Nevada yet, but the medical places can sell it. Recreationally. California did it back afterwards. I'm almost as bad as Washington's rollout. California, it's possession legal, but it's still illegal to buy and sell, like black market buy and sell. There's no recreational shops yet, and they don't have to roll out regulations regarding that until January 2018.
Jesus.
So we got another 6 months before the regulations even have to come out, and then there's still the permit process and everything else and everything else and everything else and everything else. So it realistically, it could be another year before they start having recreational shops here in California.
Yeah. Once it passed in Oregon, they had to have everything in place, I think, within the next 6 months or something like that.
Okay.
And then it was like June 1st of that year that everything became legal. And there were dispensaries like Oregonians are most everywhere. Boom! All of a sudden,
it grows really well up there. The climate is absolutely
perfect.
Not only the coastal, but like the Willamette Valley.
Willamette.
Willamette, whatever the hell you want to say.
There we go.
Call it what you want.
That's where I'm from, the Willamette Valley. That's where my sister grows. Yeah.
Sweet.
It's good stuff.
New York sucks just in general for marijuana, and the fact that it's decriminalized. I mean, the medical system is retarded because they won't allow for anything smokable. Everything's edible or like tincture.
Oils.
Yeah, things of that nature.
Oh, man.
Yeah, it's kind of whack. Like I wish they would have adopted California's like model, I guess you would say.
Yeah, or organs. Or I mean, it's recreationally legal. You
Yeah,
can
yeah.
buy it in
I mean, I'm
stores.
I'm gonna
You
do
know, you
whatever
can
the
buy
fuck I'm gonna
edibles
do
in
anyway.
stores. Yeah,
Just follow the old model.
yeah.
It's
Fuck
cheaper
you! I
that way.
won't do what you tell me.
hmm
Yeah,
That is the old model, the true
that
model.
is the old model.
Yeah, prices actually went down when they legalized it here too. Even though you can't buy it recreationally yet,
Yep.
the prices went down.
So I'm the only real outlaw here. Smoking
Well,
that shit.
it's still
in my state.
it's still illegal to buy here.
Yeah, it's still illegal to buy here too. And like, I mean, it's like a violation. Like, it's like a fucking speeding ticket or whatever. Like, you know what I mean? If you get
They still arrest epileptics here for using it.
what? Where you at? In Virginia?
Virginia.
Mhm.
That shit's like
Now-
scientifically proven to like help with
I know.
epilepsy.
I know.
Yep.
Here's the thing. They have one thing
Wow.
about medical marijuana on the books in Virginia. And
Okay.
what that is that if you have intractable epilepsy, like the fatal kind,
Yep.
you can use it and as an affirmative defense to get a lighter sentence or no sentence.
That's
That's
so
it.
That's
the
FUBAR.
only-
That is.
That's the only concession Virginia has made.
Wow.
Oh, ignoring the fact that it's just a plant, right?
Yeah.
If you have cancer, you can't use it,
Yeah.
right? If you're
Well, of
going
course
through
not.
if you're going through chemo, you can't use it. Even though it has been scientifically proven again that not only does cannabinoids help fight cancer, but cannabinoids in conjunction with
Chemo.
it's like superpowers combined. You know, it's like
Right.
Captain
Well,
Pike Camp.
your body has an endocannabinoid system. Like, you know
Yes,
what I
it
mean?
does.
It's like your body
it's meant
is
to interact with this
exactly.
plant.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
Like there's a symbiotic relationship between our body and the marijuana plant. Like we kind of like, you know, have grown over history together. So
Right.
for them to like deny it now is like, obviously that's a red flag.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's as dumb as can be. It's
You know what I
Your
mean? Because
body's
it's like
designed to process this plant.
right around like the time that they outlawed marijuana is probably the time like that they figured out that it was like so beneficial in so many ways that it would have wiped out a lot of the big industry back in the day.
No, it
Like
started.
especially the
like
hemp
back in the 20s and 30s. It
1930s.
started with
20s and
trying
30s,
to
yeah.
have an excuse to raid migrant Mexican
Well, that too,
homes.
yeah.
well, yeah. That's
Yeah,
that's
I'm
why
sure-
they
It
called
was a multi-level agenda.
that's
Oh,
why they
yeah.
called it marijuana instead of cannabis, is because marijuana
Was a Mexican word.
sounded like a Mexican word.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
Yep.
And the industry that wanted it illegal was the textile industry.
well, not
Well, yeah,
only
because-
not only that, it was the Secretary of the Department of Prohibition. Once they amended the alcohol prohibition, this guy was literally afraid for his job. So he sent out letters to like 30 different doctors asking them their opinions on marijuana. 29 doctors wrote back saying that it was just fine, it was normal, blah blah blah. The one doctor that said it was the devil's lettuce and it'll make people go crazy, that's the one that he brought to Congress. So the entire marijuana prohibition, the entire cannabis prohibition is all based on one loony motherfucker's opinion.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
totally.
I like to call it Satan's spinach.
It's entirely propaganda.
Oh, totally, dude.
Yeah.
And it's lasted this long.
Yeah.
Well,
Is the
it's not
fucking
only-
crazy part.
It's not only lasted this
Nixon's
long.
Nixon's own advisory board
Yeah.
advised against criminalizing it, against
Against
Schedule 1 and all that. And he was just like, okay, fuck you though, because I'm doing what I want. And he put it on Schedule 1.
Yeah.
He didn't care.
Yeah, it's on the same
Yeah.
level
And they had,
as
like, the-
heroin.
Yeah.
No
well, they had like
shit.
the
Think about
like
that.
the Rockefeller laws or whatever. I don't know if it was like all over the country, but in New York State, I know they had them, where it was like mandatory minimum sentencing and shit for.
Mhm.
But it was like, you know, like over a certain amount, you get like 25 years to life or some shit.
Yeah, they hit you with
Fucking crazy, dude.
they hit you with things like kingpin charges or
Yeah.
what's the importation, the not
Tariffs and
yeah, the terrorist one. It's funny. It's crazy. It's and then on top of that, like if you ever look at the lobbyist industries, like consecutively year after year after year after year after year, it's the medical and pharmaceutical industries that opensecrets.org. Yeah, opensecrets.org. That's the website I was thinking of. They habitually spend more on lobbying than any other industry.
Yeah, the pharmaceutical industry does. Yeah.
It's crazy, and
why doesn't that tell people something? They're trying to protect their bottom line.
Oh
they
yeah.
know.
Oh yeah, totally.
That this would eat into their profits in an enormous fucking way because people wouldn't need their poison anymore.
Yes.
Yeah. No.
So they lobby to keep the natural remedy illegal.
Well,
so
yeah,
people have to keep buying their fucking poison.
Absolutely. There was a study in Colorado not long ago where post legalization of marijuana, the prescription drug abuse, the heroin abuse, the meth abuse, and alcohol abuse, those all dropped. Those all dropped dramatically.
I have an even better example. And I tell people about this all the time. Portugal decriminalized personal amounts of every single drug.
Yep.
Yes.
All of them.
Yeah, and they focused the resources on mental health instead of
right, and reconnecting people with their community, helping them with job placement, things like that.
Yeah. Instead of treating it as a criminal issue.
Right. They treated it as a social issue that people like disconnect from your community and others drives addiction because it's so lonely.
Well, they say that isolation is one of the like main driving factors of it because they said they did a study with a rat. Like back in the day, they did a study with a rat where they.
Oh, I remember that. Yeah. What's that?
Yeah, they gave it water, and then they gave it water with cocaine, and the rat opted for the water with the cocaine because it was stuck in a fucking cage and there was nothing really for it to do. So it was like fuck.
Right, they did two cages. One.
Yeah, and then they did a new
one where
one.
there were a whole bunch of rats. It was like Rat Utopia, and they had all these activities.
Yeah, exactly.
To do and shit.
They had
and
shit
then
to
one
do.
where it was just like a rat with nothing to interact with. And the rats in the Utopia cage didn't pick the cocaine water. And the isolated
they were like
rat
doing
did.
activities.
Yeah.
All right. OpenSecrets.org. OpenSecrets.org by industry between 1998 and 2017. Pharmaceutical health industries have spent $3.591 billion lobbying between 1998 and 2017. Wow. The next highest was the insurance industry at $2.46 billion. So over $1 billion more by the pharmaceutical.
Yeah.
And isn't it funny that the most highly regulated industries are the ones that lobby the hardest because they're the ones that we have to fucking use by law. We have no alternatives to these industries.
Yeah. Here's another one. This year alone,
I guess who was behind Big Pharma? David Rockefeller and the Rockefellers. Yep. And their philanthropy.
Surprise, surprise.
This year alone, 2017, the pharmaceutical health products industry has already spent $78,469,000 on lobbyists. The next highest is insurance at $40,265,000. So almost double.
Those are like figures like
almost
double.
Those are
like figures that the normal person can't even grasp.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yep. Yep. An extremely lucky
like when you hear some shit like
entire life building that kind of a fortune.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. I mean, like when you hear shit like, oh well, there's the national debt is like whatever $20 trillion, but then like people don't even know about like what is
unfunded.
it like like $1.5 quadrillion in fucking derivatives and like
unfunded liabilities.
You know, all these
credit card, mortgage,
exactly.
student
It's
loans,
crazy.
automobile, etc., etc.,
Totally
etc.
crazy.
Yeah, it's insane.
Yeah. There
Yeah.
isn't even that
And like
much,
once
there
once
isn't
the
even
market
that much
crashes,
money in
like
the
all that
entire
shit's gonna
world.
come due. No, not at all.
And you know, and I worked it out once, and I put it up on Wolf, and this was a while ago, where I took the T3 figure, which is like all money in the entire world, right? Like all wealth in the entire world, added up, and that figure is called T3. And our national debt, just the 20 trillion that they talk
it's like
about,
nothing.
is like a quarter of that. It's
Yeah.
like a quarter of the money in the entire fucking world being spent
Now,
on a population of 300 million.
Yeah.
And not even being spent well. What the fuck?
Yeah. Oh no. Yeah, not at all.
You know, but
And
Yeah,
there's,
well,
there's 8 billion people on this planet. We're less than like 5% of the population of the planet.
you know,
And
If
we're
that isn't a
sucking
good
up
argument
25% of the wealth.
If that isn't a good argument for anarchism and voluntarism, I don't know what is. You know what I mean?
Seriously.
Like you
Yep.
got some assholes
Seriously.
mismanaging the whole shit. And wait, the main question is who's owed that money?
Right.
You know what I mean? Because whoever's owed that money should be hanging. Sorry to say it, but like you hang those bastards and you don't have to worry about that, whatever T3 or whatever it is. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
Forget about that.
Like who holds the debt, right?
Isn't the largest holder of
Yeah,
U.S.
that's the
national
Federal Reserve.
debt the Federal Reserve?
Yes.
Well, it goes
Yeah.
higher than that.
And then
It's like
and then,
the World Bank and the Bank of International Settlements and the
Yeah,
IMF and all of
IMF.
them, like because they're above the Federal Reserve. The Federal Reserve, I mean, is like the main bank here, but then it's like a subsidiary of like the larger.
Oh yeah. It's
And
fucking
then, you know,
Hydra. It's fucking
It's crazy.
Hydra.
It totally is, dude.
Mhm.
I mean,
Yeah.
that's how they do it. It's like it's all like you know what I mean. It's a pyramid scheme, really, because I mean, it's like smaller blocks that lead to bigger blocks, to lead to bigger blocks, and then you know.
It's the opposite of what we want to see happen. We want to see
Yeah, exactly. You want
break it down into smaller blocks, and smaller blocks, and smaller blocks, all the way down to the individual.
Decentralization.
That's right.
And fucking grassroots and build it up from the bottom up.
Yep. Yeah.
I don't understand. I mean,
how there's going to
anybody...
be inequality. And inequality is not a bad thing because I mean, do you work to make the same as somebody else?
I'm not even equal to myself
You know what I mean?
on different days. So
that's what I'm saying.
Inequality is retarded.
Inequality.
What I mean is how people get upset about it. That's
it's been bastardized like as like a bad thing, like you know what I mean? And like extreme inequality is a bad thing because it's like, and I mean, you don't need some kind of regulatory force to like, you know, make the shit work in a free market because it's going to get, you know, cycled around anyway.
Yeah, I don't care what people. I don't care what people say about inequality
more restrictions
or universal basic income.
Like,
if you flip burgers, you should not be paid the same as a logger.
No,
right? The risk there is entirely.
Yeah. Yeah, and you know what? I've seen anarchists lately, like intrigued by the idea of universal basic income, and I'm not talking about ANCOMs.
Oh, I know.
I'm talking about voluntarists and caps saying they think it might be a good idea. I'm like, what?
just stop. Just
how did we get there?
I'm sure these people think along the lines of you know, eventually people are going to kind of be put out of work en masse because of like robotic you know, technological advancements and things of those natures. And that's what I always hear the argument is that, oh, there's not going to be enough jobs for everybody, so we're going to kind of have to have a universal basic income. And I'm like, well, you know, I mean,
that's not true. New industries arise if you stop fucking criminalizing them. Jesus Christ.
Well, that's true. Well, that was what I was going to say, was that a lot of the extreme inequality comes from, you know, the regulation and favoring of, you know, one monopoly over, you know, the ability for a free market to operate.
Exactly.
I mean, they complain that the internal combustion engine was putting those carriage drivers out of business.
Oh yeah, well, yeah, exactly.
You know, Netflix
new things to do.
Put Blockbuster out of business. I mean, Uber and Lyft
Well, see,
are
that's
putting
the whole
tax
thing. It gives it frees people up
progress
to
is not a bad thing.
yeah, well, it frees people up to create new markets. You know what I mean? Like new products, because they're not like focusing on whatever working, doing some menial shit. Like they can actually focus on something they're passionate about.
Yeah.
And like invent something new. That's how like the Renaissance happened.
Yeah, I mean, we don't use wall hung phones anymore. We don't use teletype. We don't use Morse code, because there are better products, and progress is not a bad thing. All right, it's the natural evolution of things to get better and better and better and better. Just imagine where we could be if it wasn't if there was no government bureaucracy and regulation.
And
if there was no government in the way.
People don't have enough imagination, because people will be like, oh, every industry we know is becoming automated. Okay, but 100 years ago, they didn't know anything about the industries we have now. Like, these industries didn't even exist then. They couldn't fathom the IT industry or anything like that. Just shut up and enjoy the ride, because there will be new
things come
industries
about
that we can't even fathom now that will arise.
I read an article.
That's the beauty of collaboration and free market.
I read an article today, and I actually have it posted up on Wolf right now. It was a scheduled post earlier that said that we would have had cell phones 40 years earlier.
Oh, I saw the headline. I didn't get a chance.
If it wasn't for government.
Yeah,
if it wasn't
for
the FCC.
We'd have flying cars.
I'm sure they
kind of. If it wasn't for fucking government.
Well, I'm sure that the military had the. I'm sure the military had that tech. Yeah, well, I'm sure the military already like has the technology or whatever, but they just don't release it to the public until it's like beneficial to like squeeze every last dime out of it.
Yeah, well, the military had satellite phones way fucking back in the day.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Like if they don't have it, it's a a black ops project. You know what I mean? And they have it, and nobody else knows about it because everybody's like compartmentalized.
If we have individual jetpacks, then we have flying cars.
Yeah,
dude.
There's a guy here in Sacramento that has a patent for a flying car, and has a proven model for a flying car, but the government won't give him license to build it and to go forth with it. Elon Musk recently made a couple of comments about wanting to produce a flying car.
I feel like Hyde a little bit. They have this car that runs on water, man.
There are hydrogen powered engines.
Well, I've heard the theory that you can create a zero gravity like electromagnetic field if you use mercury in a tube and like magnets or whatever, but you like run it in opposite directions using the magnets, and it creates like like kind of like a fucking like I don't know, it destabilizes like the field around it so that it, gravity doesn't even have an effect on it. It's weird.
Yeah, it's like trying to push magnets of opposite fields together.
Yeah, exactly.
There's and I wondered about that when I was a kid. I was like, why couldn't you do that?
They use that technology on roller coasters. They use that technology
on trains too.
On mag trains and on roller coasters as a propulsion.
Right. Yep. Right. And I remember thinking as a kid, why couldn't you use magnets in opposition for perpetual energy? Why wouldn't that? But I mean, I'm not a scientist. I'm sure there's lots more to it than that, but still.
I'm a little better than a flying monkey.
You would have to have something that doesn't create friction. You know what I mean?
Right.
In order for it to be a perpetual motion machine, which is kind of difficult. I mean, you could do it with bearings or whatever.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, bearings.
Yeah. Some kind of smooth surface, but that's why I was saying like the mercury is like a fluid metal, so it's, I don't know.
Yeah. There's a guy on YouTube that builds his own batteries out of like cement and borax and copper. Like, I don't know. It's crazy, but he hooks them up to like a little fan or whatever. And the fan ran for like 6 months the last time I saw a video from him. without even stopping. He just built these batteries in his garage, and they just ran and ran and ran and ran. They like never ran out.
Yep.
Yeah. There's so many different.
It's crazy, dude.
I know people just are so narrow-minded about it, but there's a lot of really odd science out at the edges of experimentation that people are doing. And there's some neat stuff.
There's people that come out with shit all the time, and like the government comes in and like shut it down.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Or like they'll pay him for like the patent to it or whatever. You know what I mean? Like,
yes.
Or threaten them.
I have a friend that works in the patent office. Yeah.
Oh, word.
Yeah, I do.
No.
So,
Just imagine where we would be if it wasn't for government. If government just stepped out of the way and allowed a truly free market. Like
that's crazy.
Like that article I said earlier. Like the article I said earlier, cell phones 40 years before they initially they became like a market force. Think about that. Think about where we would be. Where's cell phones going to be 40 years from now? Think about where like
they
battery life would be 40 years from now. Like there's another article I read today talking about a battery with a 10-year life.
Are those the quantum batteries that they've been researching?
Something like that.
Yeah.
A battery with a 10-year life.
Damn.
That's incredible. I'm not talking a 10-year shelf life. I'm talking a 10-year use life.
Nice.
That's like a hard drive or whatever. You know what I mean? You can get like a fucking like tetrabytes now. It's like it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
I mean, like on a flash drive.
On a flash drive, yeah. Get 2 terabyte hard drives. What was the one I saw the other day? It was
I have a 2 terabyte hard drive. I keep a whole bunch of movies on it for the kids.
Yeah, dude, it's crazy. I would have never
saw
thought
one the
about
other day.
that
Was
shit like back in like early 2000s. Like that's unheard of.
1 terabyte SD card.
Jeez.
Yeah. It was like $600, but I mean it's 1 terabyte on an SD card.
And and we can go all the way back to like the beginning of the electricity age to see government interference. I mean, the whole story of Edison and Tesla is like the perfect example. So many people don't even know about it.
Yeah.
And there's
Tesla
about how well Tesla's ideas would have worked, but we'll never know for sure because he shut the fuck down.
Oh yeah. He was tapping into the like the prana is what it's called in the Vedic text. But he called it the aether or whatever. It's like, the energy that's like, universal energy field essentially. He was tapping into that, and like they were like, no.
Yeah.
Like Edison has the idea to be able to harness it, and we can charge money for it. You got like you're tapping into the fucking universe. Like
exactly
that shit's free, dude. Like
my 10th grade science teacher said that the only reason Edison was famous is because he had a better publicist.
Yeah, well, I think it was more so because of the government. Because I mean, like they bankrupted his ass. Or the government and J.P. Morgan bankrupted him because, like, and they shut him down. And like that's why they never teach about him in history class. It's like you always hear about Edison, but you never hear about Tesla. And Tesla was like they bankrupted his ass. He died broke in a hotel in New York, and the FBI came in and took all his files when he died.
Yep.
So it's like, I wonder what they did with that.
Damn
so
feds.
even in the beginning of the electricity age, government was there fucking things up.
Yep.
Imagine how different our world might look today if government didn't fuck with people's inventions.
Dude, we'd be like living like a space age wonderland.
No shit, be like the Jetsons. Fuck
yeah.
I want a Rosie the Robot, damn it.
Me too. Me
too. It would be like the Jetsons, but we're more like on the verge of the Flintstones when the market crashes.
Seriously.
You know what I'm saying? It's like this shit'll hit the fan, dude.
And then we're gonna be Yogi looking around to steal some picnic baskets. That's communism. That's Venezuela right now.
We're gonna end up more like Mad Max.
I'm cool with that as long as I get a nice car.
Road Warrior.
I'm just kidding.
Which one?
All of them. Road Warrior, Thunderdome.
Thunderdome's my favorite. It's always gonna be my favorite.
Uh-huh.
I'm sorry.
Why? Because of
It's just
Tina Turner?
Tina Turner, man. Yeah,
She was a badass.
yeah. That's right. How long was that stuck in your head, Dan?
What?
What's love got to do with it?
Oh.
Word from that thread. How long did I get that stuck in your head for?
Oh, dude, that shit had me cracking up. I don't know how long it was stuck in my head for, but I'm surprised Ike Turner let her do the movie.
Yeah, no shit.
That's fucked up.
All right, so
That is
you guys want to
fucked
move
up.
along to some?
We're not in meme court,
So
Dan. We're not in meme court.
I wanted to cover the whole Comey thing, dude. That shit is
Oh
hilarious.
fuck, Comey.
That shit is got me cracking up.
You
'Cause
see,
it's
he's got a $10 million book deal.
Really?
Yep.
Wow.
God.
That's ridiculous. Because I mean, like, it's hilarious that like he said that whole thing about the memo, and then it's like, oh no, I made that up or whatever. You know what I mean? And like, I don't know, the whole entire narrative of that,
I'm gonna go smoke.
the whole Russian narrative is like, you know, that it's been a dead horse from the get go, really.
Yeah.
But like I said before, you know, the whole Seth Rich thing kills that, and it's like, you know, I don't know where they're gonna go when with the narrative when it's, you know, obvious to everyone that it was a fucking bullshit line from, you know, day one.
Oh, it was entirely a propaganda piece. Everything.
Yeah.
Like the entire Russia thing, the entire comedy thing, it's all propaganda. So
Yeah, and people don't even like, they're not even aware about the fact that the government repealed the Smith-Mundt Act back in like, I think 2013, where it allows them to, you know, use domestic propaganda.
Mhm.
I mean, they were doing it before then, but like legally they can do it now.
They don't care about legal. If they care
No,
about
I know
legal,
that, but I'm
then-
saying,
yeah. Okay, so
but I mean, it was like,
yeah, James Comey has a $10 million payday as publishers scramble for a book deal. Already has a green light on a $10 million advance.
Yeah.
And they are already looking at movie deals.
huh?
I feel like
Wow.
publishers are getting more and more out of touch with what people want to see. I have no interest in that Comey bullshit.
Yeah, dude.
I don't know why
I mean,
anybody would be interested in it.
To me, it's all political theater.
Well,
Yeah.
it is, but at the same time, you know, it's funny. Like, I don't know if you guys know this, but like he was like Loretta Lynch, I think, was the person. She was the judge, I think, for the case where HSBC got busted for laundering money for Mexican drug cartels and terrorist organizations. So it's like they have ties that go back before they were like, you know, before she was
it's all tied in, Dan.
well, that's what I'm saying. Like, that's a good example of how you know, they all investigate themselves and find out they did nothing wrong, and you know, it's a whole bunch of bullshit for anybody that still believes in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all.
And it's unfortunate for those.
bread and circuses.
Yeah, it's unfortunate for those of us who see it for what it is. You know what I mean? Because it's like we have to suffer
It's
through this shit.
it's a shell game. It's smoke and mirrors to make you believe that they're
really
actually doing something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, at least we got some classic memes out of fucking Trump when he went and visited Saudi Arabia.
Oh, that
The glowing orb.
Light orb.
That had me cracking up.
The Church of Satan.
Saruman.
The Church of Satan came out and denounced it. This is not a satanic ritual. Like they had a press release and everything.
It's like, you know, shit has gotten ridiculous
Even
when
the
the fucking Church of Satan has to
doesn't
come
want
out and
anything
denounce
to do
something.
with-
Yeah, right. Fucking God, dude. That is priceless.
Oh,
That Saruman.
Well,
the
fuck them too,
Saruman
but still.
Picture, man, that shit cracked me up.
What?
I photoshopped Saruman into Trump's orb picture. It's not even weird.
yeah.
I fucking love that because that's what it reminded me of, the Palantir from from Lord of the Rings.
Yep.
What the fuck is the orb even? I don't even know. That's some weird voodoo bullshit.
Yeah, it was weird. They said it was a remote. I'm like, a remote? Really?
It's
For what?
I don't know.
For I don't know, it was like some display thing that they were doing. Like I don't know, it was like for some like TV or like a projector screen or something, I guess. But it was like I don't know. They said it was for pageantry, but I'm like, well, it looks a little weird.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, let's look it
Illuminati
up.
confirmed, yo.
Right. All these motherfuckers touching balls together.
Oh, it's, yeah. Oh man.
I don't know. You know, I've stopped paying so much attention to like the statist fucking Hunger Games bullshit, like politics.
Yep. 1 second.
I don't
Oh yeah,
pay much attention to that shit anymore.
Yeah, I don't. I'm so tired of just doing this and over and over and over and over.
Yes.
Like shit sucks. We elect, quote unquote, elect somebody else. Shit sucks. We elect somebody else. Shit sucks. We elect somebody else. Same thing over and over and over and over and over again. Sure sign of insanity. It's wish
like a wind-up monkey that flings its own feces, and the voters keep fucking winding it up every 4 years. Yeah.
Yeah, it's insane. It's sad. Is I think what I really get at. It's really
pathetic.
Pathetic.
Pathetic is a good word.
Disheartening.
Yeah.
You know, people cry, I want freedom. I'm going to elect somebody to rule over you and force you to live the way that I want you to live. In the name.
And
of
now
freedom.
The Rock is thinking about running for president. Jesus fucking Dwayne Elizondo, Herbert, like Mountain Dew Camacho. Seriously, this is fucking idiocracy. I know everybody, we make fun of that a lot. You know, everybody's heard the idiocracy jokes, but seriously, now a professional wrestler is running for president.
The wrestler Kane, Glenn Jacobs. He's an actual libertarian.
Right.
He's running for mayor in Tennessee. But he's legit. Like he's a legit libertarian, legit small government guy.
Like Woody Harrelson and Tim Allen are legit anarchists. And not a lot of people know that. But there are some celebrities that are completely fucking off their rockers.
Amy Schumer.
That bitch. Oh, I fucking hate her.
Oh,
I fucking hate her. She's a fucking pig. She's a pig and a half.
Yeah, I think this all goes back to when Arnold ran for governor. And it does.
Bono. What about Bono?
Bono. Yeah.
Or no. It was Sonny Bono. Sorry, not Bono.
Yeah.
Close.
Yeah.
Sonny. It was Sonny.
The one that didn't ski into a tree.
I'm a little.
You guys say you wanted to go skiing?
Yeah.
I said no. We were talking about Bono.
No, I'm just kidding.
Sonny Bono.
Sonny Bono. Sonny Bono.
Yeah. Yeah. The guy that didn't ski into a tree.
Ronald Reagan was an actor.
Yeah. It's become to the point now where, not even now, but it's always really been. Elections have always really been popularity contest.
Oh, totally, dude. Well, they asked, they said something about like, oh, who would you rather have a beer with? I'm like, it's supposed to be the dude that's running the country, even though it isn't. But like, you know what I mean? Like, if you're speaking like, you know, what it's supposed to be, like, you don't worry about whether you're gonna have a beer with a dude. you know
who I'd like to have a beer with?
I want a dude that's not really gonna be drinking beer at the fucking helm of a ship.
I want to have a beer with my Aunt Fam. That's it. Don't
Word.
Give me that. Either or false dichotomy bullshit. That's for Dylan. I put that in there for Dylan, the false dichotomy. Because he's not here to fucking interrupt me and be a dick.
He's watching, actually. He's in the comments.
What's up, Dylan?
Hi, Dylan.
Yeah, so you were saying Amy Schumer, she's a pig?
She's a pig and a half.
Oh, I can't stand that bitch, dude.
I
And
can't
like
stand
her uncle is my favorite fucking New York State senator. Gotta love Chuck. That
Oh,
fucking piece
Chuck.
of shit. I hate that guy.
Chuck, if like
Him and Andrew Cuomo, I'd send them on a fucking ship in the middle of the fucking Atlantic Ocean and sink it.
dude, I'm right there. Send
I
it
had
this
an
way.
article. I had an article about an island.
Oh, word? For
like
sale?
a settlement.
Cease
No, god
this-
damn it, what was it? I'll
it
bring it
the-
next time. Sorry,
the-
I'm not
the-
prepared. I'll
and
bring it
it
and
next
Fam
the-
Island. Jason will look
the-
it up.
It's like that. It's like that.
Jason's the fucking
Yeah.
Google 2.0.
Is it the
It's
the
a-
seasteading? Is that the one you're talking about?
Yes, seasteading.
See, there you
Yeah.
go.
That is a
seasteading.
fantastic technology. Fantastic
What?
idea.
Yeah.
Seasteading?
Seastead, like homesteading, but on the
You
ocean.
build your own island? Yeah.
Homesteading, but on the ocean. It
Interesting.
arises from the idea that you could theoretically, this is
Because
still
it's
all in
international
theory.
waters.
International.
It's almost like
international waters,
Waterworld.
Yeah.
yeah.
Then now that would be governed by maritime law, right? I would imagine.
Maybe.
Only if somebody tattles.
Well, actually, court law is actually maritime law because they treat everything like fucking under shipping terms essentially.
Yeah,
It's dude, fucking that shit is weird when you really look into
it
it.
is.
Yeah.
It is. But seasteading. Do you have that?
Seasteading. That's a good one.
Seasteading.
It's
Well, we gotta fucking make Fam Island happen somehow.
yeah.
No
it's
shit.
it's a really good idea. I looked into it a little bit. And it's entirely possible. It's entirely possible. There's a barge in NYC that floats around in the river that has a 5,000 square foot garden on it.
Oh shit.
Right. So if you could get
I
4
didn't
or
know
5 of
about
those, if you get 4 or 5 of those together,
Mhm.
you could theoretically grow enough food for people to survive.
Oh, totally, dude.
Right. And then you go through like a desalinization, so you could harvest seawater.
And that water is the best. Kevin always says that's the best water he ever had. Like
The
tasty
desalinized.
as freshest. Yes, the desalinated water they drink
Yes.
on ships at sea.
No shit.
The stuff the Navy desalinates with their system.
You know, I never understood why California never really invested heavily in that.
Actually, they did. There's I think 3 different desalinization plants off the coast.
Oh no shit. I mean, it's a
and
wise idea.
It's
Fucking
it's a good
plenty of
idea.
water.
Yeah, but they built them. They built them back in the early 2000s, and then we got like 3 years in a row of above average rain.
Yeah.
And it got
Go figure,
we
right?
got so much water that we didn't need to use the desalinization plants, so they just abandoned them.
What the?
Oh no shit. That sucks.
And then we just went through like a 5-year drought, and people are talking about desalinization. Well, the plants are still there, but they're so out of date that they had to be
they'd
updated.
have to be like
They have to be updated.
retrofitted and shit. Yeah.
It was like $3 billion a piece or something like that to
Damn.
to retrofit it and bring it up to date and all that good stuff. And then now we just had like we had like 212% of average rainfall. So we have serious. We still got snow. Like there's still people skiing up in Tahoe.
That's crazy.
Dear California, Oregon is sick of you assholes coming looking to buy our fucking water every other year. Get your shit together.
Derek is fucking ready to fight somebody and shit. What?
That's right. I'll fight California. I'll kick its fucking ass.
All of California. Except for Jason.
Except Jason.
Yeah, I was just gonna say.
Yeah.
Well, he'll help you kick California's ass. He's got
hell yeah.
vendetta anyway.
I'm on Team Judith on that one.
Yeah. AE, I'll give AE a
That's fucking
pass
funny.
too, because he buys my paper.
He's like,
brownies.
I got a
Fucking
I got a grudge held against California like a motherfucker.
Yeah.
Try living here. You think Oregon's bad being run by Portland? California's worse.
Yeah. Well, Virginia's not much better. Okay, being run by Virginia Beach and Alexandria and Richmond.
Oh Jesus.
Yeah.
Well, I know I heard a lot of people moved out of California, like Texas and like Colorado and other places.
That's why Colorado's turning blue. Like people fled California and its politics and its taxes and all that good stuff, moved to Colorado, and now they're turning Colorado into what California was.
Yep. That's what they do, dude.
That's what they're like locusts. I've always compared them to locusts.
They really are.
They fucking raise one area completely to the ground with their liberal bullshit. And then they fucking swarm to a new area and they fucking
That's such a good analogy,
everything there. Yeah.
Fucking
really is.
California. The California State
like
the
locusts.
California State Senate just passed a single payer healthcare, universal healthcare. Right? It's going to
cost what?
It's going to cost $400 billion.
Brilliant.
The state budget is $190 billion. So taxes would have to triple in order to pay for it. Like if they took every state program, every state agency, cut their budgets completely, threw it towards single payer healthcare, they would not get halfway to implementing it.
You know what kills me the most about California? You know what
Fucking
kills me the
genius,
most? The people in California with the most influence, right? All these celebrities and all the wealthy people. They have homes in other states that they claim as their primary home to get lower fucking tax rates than the one that they're
Florida.
pushing.
Yep.
Florida.
Fucking scumbags, dude.
Florida is where a lot
no
of them live.
shit.
Yeah, dude, property taxes I heard are mad low in Florida.
Our property is so cheap in Florida. Holy fuck.
Oh, dude. Yeah, my this guy, we were talking to this guy the other night.
Not only that, but Florida has the Homestead Act, so they can't take your house for taxes.
Oh no shit.
Nice.
I know. Well, this dude he lived up in
with all the retirees.
He lived in New York State for a long time. Like pretty much his whole life he lived in New York State, and he said that taxes were like ridiculous because taxes are retarded here.
Who was this again?
And this guy that we know.
Oh.
He had moved, he's older. He's probably like, I don't know, maybe in his 50s, mid 50s, early 50s. Anyway, he owned his own company up here and whatnot, and he paid a lot of taxes, through his business and for his property and everything else. So he said he moved, after he retired, he moved down to Florida. He said his fucking property taxes are like maybe a third of what they are here.
Yeah.
He said it's ridiculous.
Do you know there's a lot of Americans now that when they retire, they're moving completely overseas to like the Philippines and,
I bet.
and Singapore and places like that where you can live like a fucking king on like $2,000 a month.
Singapore,
like you can get a house and a fucking maid and a gardener and like all this shit you can pay for and still have enough money to live like a fucking king there for like $2,000 a month. People are a lot of people are retiring and doing that.
Yo, my cat's going ape shit over some, I don't know what the fuck this is. I think it's like might be a wasp or something in there.
Did you overdose him on that catnip you bought?
Nah, dude, he was just bugging. He's like flying around the fucking living room, like jumping up on the couch. I'm like, what the hell are you doing, dude?
All right, that's our new tagline. High as Heisenberg, or high as Heisenberg.
Dude, oh my god.
You got to tell your cat. You got to tell your cat never get high on your own product.
Yeah, right, dude.
See,
well, he knows
it
that
works
quite
on
well.
Multiple levels. High as Heisenberg works on multiple levels.
Yo, did I ever tell you guys the story about him? The one time, I'll just tell this really quick. I was like spraying a toy of his with like the spray catnip, like the concentrated stuff.
Oh no.
and he was like, yeah, he was interested in like, what are you doing, dude? Like, and I fucking sprayed him right in the face with it on accident.
Oh god.
And dude tripped like hard for like 3 days.
Oh my god.
And like yeah, I was scared. I had to bring him to the vet and shit, dude.
Poor Heisenberg.
It was bad. Like he wasn't right for like a couple weeks.
Jeez.
Like it wore off after like
that one
3 days, but yeah.
He's that one friend that puts ecstasy in your drink at the club. That's Dan.
I would never waste it on anybody else.
Right? Somebody who wouldn't appreciate it.
You bastard.
Ungrateful motherfuckers.
I should have kept that.
That's, I got accused again today of putting crack in my candy.
I saw that, yeah.
I just put
I'd
crack
be
in the
selling
water
it for
supply.
a fuck ton more. I'd be selling it for a lot more money if it had drugs in it. All right.
Kidding me?
No shit. Who could afford that? Fuck.
There's,
If there's
there's
crack,
Heisenberg.
There he
Heisenberg.
is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Look
His
at
little pink
that.
hat.
Look at that G. Fucking chilling. Check him out.
The half stash.
Bitch better have my catnip.
$15, little man. Put that shit in my
In
hand.
Yeah, when
If
she
that
asked
money
me, I was
doesn't
like,
show,
yo,
then you owe me, owe me, owe.
like I gave that cashier like a mad like fucking like for real like straight up face. I was like, yo, I was like, you don't know what's gonna happen if I don't bring catnip back home to my cat. And she just started laughing. She was like, she took me mad serious at first. I love playing people like that, man.
He don't go for the peanut
You
butter
and
trick
Kevin-
anymore.
It's kind of how
Kevin does shit like that.
you
like-
gotta have fun with life, dude. Otherwise, it
Kevin
sucks.
did that
You know what I mean?
he did that to a TSA agent
Mhm.
when he was on his way to Bahrain because he did an individual augmentee tour in Bahrain for 6 months, and he was on his way over there.
Yes.
And he had these huge bags, you know, because he's going for 6 months.
Yep.
And the TSA attendant lady or whatever, she was like, well, your bag is just too big. And he like straight face. Kevin has this great poker face. Holy shit, he has a great poker face.
What?
He looks right at her and he asks her why she doesn't just put it through the airport shrink ray. And she laughs, you know. And he just is still deadpan staring at her like, what the fuck are you laughing at me, bitch? And she's just like, wait, are you serious? I'm fucking dying. I'm falling out. Dying over here. And Kevin is just still like, straight fucking face. Looking at her like, I said X-ray, like shrink ray. I said airport shrink ray. Like, he hasn't even cracked a smile, nothing.
That's funny, dude. I can see him doing it too.
He's constantly fucking with people
Just
like
like
that.
deadpan. I do that.
Constantly.
I love doing that.
And I always ruin the joke because I can't
Yeah, keep a straight face.
poker face like he can. I can't.
That's why he is our favorite Fed.
Mhm. He's our pet Fed.
You gotta step your game up though, as his woman. Come on, man. You gotta
no,
follow that shit up. You gotta sell it.
I'm there. I do my best sometimes. Sometimes I manage, but most of the time I take pity on his victims and I just laugh so they know it's a joke. Because he'll keep doing it. He pushes way beyond the point someone else would take a joke, and he just keeps going and going and going. So eventually,
Yeah, like
I take
that,
pity on
like
him.
that Bambi picture he posted.
Oh my god, my mom unfriended
I
him.
was like,
over
what,
that.
dude?
Your mom
My
what?
mom unfriended him. She unfriended him over that picture.
I bet, dude. You got to take that kind of shit to court.
That's what I said.
It wasn't court. It
That's what
wasn't
I
court.
said.
He snagged it from court.
No, it wasn't. He just put it right on his. I got it from someone's profile picture. I forget whose it was. I'm really sorry if I forgot. It was yours.
So it was you?
Yeah, well, I gave
You're the
it to
culprit?
him.
Yeah, of course.
Well,
Of course.
yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
I thought he would
fucking-
put
I
it up
should've
in the
suspected.
court. I thought he
Yeah,
would
yeah,
put it up in meme court. But I should have fucking known better. Because I've been married to him for 11 years. I should fucking know better. He put it right on his own timeline. And my mom unfriended him.
I bet.
That's such an awesome story.
It is, dude.
It's terrible, but it's such an awesome story.
That's our fucking life around here. That's how we
Oh, you want to hear a
roll in
funny
this
story
house.
having to do with memes? You guys will get a crack out of this.
I love memes.
Someone that I know, their grandmother, right, was taking my memes during the election season and posting them. And their son, who's a Democrat,
Oh,
fucking unfriended them. Unfriended his
Oh.
mom, dude, who's like 90-something.
Oh God.
over your memes.
Yeah, the 90-year-old
You're
woman
a
was posting my
homewrecker,
memes.
Dan.
I know, and her
You're
son
a fucking
unfriended her.
homewrecker.
But the best part is, right, he sends her a picture election night. He was all ready for Hillary to win the election, had champagne and everything, him and his girl. Sends his mom, his 90-year-old mom, the picture of them guys, like with the champagne, like, oh yeah, you know, enjoy the election, because I guess she wanted Trump to win or whatever. Anyway. So, you know, she finds like one of my memes after the election results come in and sends it to him. And this is like after, like, he already unfriended her and then friended her again, and then sends her this picture of them with the champagne. And then she sends him like a Trump meme or something, and he unfriends her again. I'm like, Jesus Christ, dude. Like, unfriended her like twice within like a week.
Holy shit.
This election was one of the best ever for memes.
Oh dude, it was gold.
But I'll tell you what, I missed
gold.
the
Like, I didn't give a fuck who won.
Biden
I mean,
bromance memes.
I hate Hillary, but still.
Oh, I do miss the sad Biden memes.
Yeah. Well, and the Obama.
I do and I don't,
Biden
but because he's a
bromance
pedophile.
memes.
They're all pedophiles.
Dude, you ever seen those videos with fucking Biden? It's
They're all
like he's like rubbing
pedophiles.
like the little girls on her arms and shit. Like, shit is creepy as fuck, dude.
Creepy Uncle Joe, right?
You see that
Yeah.
that story about Biden's
so-
niece getting off?
About what?
Biden's niece getting off criminal charges.
Oh, I bet.
I didn't see it.
I mean, come on.
Let's see.
If you
Oh,
know
there it is.
people, dot.
Yeah.
Come on, bring it up faster.
But yeah, I mean, if you want to be skeeved out, look it up on YouTube sometime.
Because all
he's
animals
creepy.
are
He's creepy.
equal.
He's so creepy,
But
dude.
some
The one
animals are more equal.
the one video that he like literally grabbed this little girl's boob, and I'm like, what? And then like another one,
Sick fuck.
Jeff Sessions was there, and the dude was like trying, like they were taking like a photo op or whatever with this, like, you know, guy was like, I don't know if he was probably like, you know, somebody that donated to his campaign or something, was getting pictures with him. So anyway, Jeff Sessions is there, and he saw like Biden trying to like grab the little girl again or whatever, and slapped his hand away. I was like, oh shit.
Jeez. Hey, speaking of photo ops, oh, go ahead.
I was to say Joe Biden's niece pled guilty in a $110,000 credit card scam.
Whoa. Damn.
She was, let's see, if she pays back the money, she stays out of trouble for a year. Her top charge will be dismissed, and she'll be sentenced to 2 years probation.
Yeah, if that was any of us, dude.
Yeah.
See ya.
She also got a jail-free deal after attacking a cop and resisted arrest.
What? And this was the same
in 2013.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say, I thought this was the same incident.
Well, she's look. It's not her fault. She has affluenza.
That's what it is. That's what it is. Yep.
It's an illness.
And it's probably not her fault that her uncle probably touched her too.
She's
No
too
shit.
affluent. Yeah, she was given someone's credit card to make a $672 purchase, and then use that card to open a $110,000 credit line.
Whoa.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Only people that know that they're gonna get away with shit like that would do something like that.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Because
Or
that's
so
some ballsy ass
brazenly.
shit.
I mean, it's not just ballsy, but it's fucking stupid. Like,
Yeah.
they don't even bother hiding their tracks.
Ah.
Yeah.
Like people that are good at that shit, like they're not gonna get caught.
Yeah. All right.
What was I saying?
I'll-
Oh yeah, speaking of photo ops. Sorry.
Go ahead.
Real quick. We're going to Comic-Con this weekend
Oh
Woohoo!
shit.
in DC.
Nice.
Guess who's gonna be there and who we're gonna get pictures with?
Who?
Stan motherfucking Lee.
What?
Spike Lee?
Nice.
Or not Spike Lee. Stanley's going to be there?
Spike Lee.
Sorry. Stanley's the man. I don't care what
Yeah.
anybody says.
I like Stanley. He's cool.
You know,
Yeah.
I'm kind of sad he's not going to be in I'm kind of sad he's not going to be in any more Marvel movies.
Yeah, but
He's
still,
not
that
doing any
dude,
more
like,
cameos.
think
No.
about how many characters that dude's created. Like, you got to be an imaginative motherfucker, dude.
You ever watch Mallrats?
And
Oh, yeah.
yeah, I love that
He
movie.
talks about it.
Huh.
Yeah, because they were like, what's his name? Kevin Smith is like obsessed with comics.
Yep.
Yeah,
So it was kind of like his,
he owns a comic book store.
You can't call
Yeah,
yourself
yeah.
a 90s kid if you haven't seen Clerks, Mallrats, and Chasing Amy at least
Oh,
like
yeah,
10
totally
times
do.
a piece.
Yeah.
And the Crow.
Oh, dude, The Crow is the shit.
Yep.
I love that fucking movie.
Poor Brandon Lee.
Yeah, it sucks, man.
All right, I really want to get into this article, you guys.
Okay,
Roll.
sorry.
All right, this is a 16-year-old commits suicide after school cop threatens him with child porn charges.
What?
Yep, let's see it.
For sending a nude selfie or something, right?
Yeah, this guy.
For real?
16-year-old Corey Walgren. He's a
Wow.
junior at Naperville High School in Naperville, Illinois. Was perfectly normal, social, good-looking 16-year-old. He was an honor roll student with dreams of going to a Big Ten college. Corey committed suicide in January, just hours after a school resource officer confronted him about an alleged item on his cell phone, a recording of Corey having sex with a female classmate. The girl had informed a dean of the school that she believed Corey had played the recording for his friends. It's not proven that he did, which prompted the authorities to summon Corey to the principal's office. They called his mother and told him that Corey was being investigated for possession of child pornography. Corey left the meeting, headed to a nearby parking garage, and jumped.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
Corey's mother said that I think they just wanted to scare him straight. Instead, they scared him to death.
Wait, the
So,
kid's
yeah.
mom
Yeah.
said that?
Yes, the kid's mom said that.
That's like kind of a weird thing to say.
So,
like,
Well, it's
like
accurate.
well, no, I mean it is, but it's like I don't know, like I don't think I would have said that. I would have been like, "Fuck the police!" Like I don't know, like I would have been
yeah,
like
it
really
would've
upset that
been-
my kid killed himself. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean it was a consensual act between two individuals, right? I mean, she obviously
Yeah. And he was under like
consented to the recording. Yeah, they're
Right,
16 years old.
both underage.
They're both.
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
They're both.
So how can you charge him with an adult crime? Like that's what I don't understand.
Because of the dumb laws that exist
Well, yeah.
on the books right now.
But you can be a politician and fuck a kid, and you get away with it.
Oh
Like,
yeah.
Yeah. And
Fucking
yet,
ridiculous,
do you
dude.
remember that
Fucking
case in
disgusting.
Arizona about any adult who touches a child anywhere like near their genitals can be charged with sexual abuse of a minor? Like even, and it's just totally open. There's no exceptions for caretakers, parents,
Yep.
nothing.
So yeah.
And
like,
wait, where's this?
And then
Arizona.
in Arizona, and then their
Really?
defense of this law is, well, we know what they mean. They're not going to abuse this law.
Yeah.
Are you fucking kidding me? We have cases every day of them abusing the fucking laws
Yeah.
to charge people with shit.
The
That's
letter
what
the
they're
letter
there
of the law in Arizona literally said, or not literally, but like the letter of the law says that even simple as changing a child's diaper, using a baby wipe to wipe their bum or to wipe where their wipe
That's
the area
crazy.
of their genitalia is
Yeah.
considered child abuse.
Wow.
An adult elbow bumping into a preteen girl's chest while she's
Yep.
wearing a swimsuit.
Yes. Yeah.
Any
Ridiculous.
adult contact with child.
I mean, there's
sexual
real
organs.
shit that goes on that like they should be concerned about, not some retarded
No.
like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's fucking that's ridiculous.
The letter of the law
Yeah.
is beyond moronic. And
No,
not
it totally is.
only is it beyond moronic, but the minimum sentencing laws
Yeah,
in regards to that are just absolutely incredible. Absolutely incredible. Like there was one last year, a 17-year-old and a 15-year-old consensual sex, sent pictures to each other. Well, the 15-year-old girl got nothing. The 17-year-old got charged with a felony, and he's on probation for like 8 years and
Yeah,
has to
shit
register
happens.
as a sex offender for the next 25 years or whatever.
Right now,
Yes.
if it was an older girl and a younger guy, they'd probably be
The
like,
guy would
"Yeah, right
still
on,
get
dude."
charged.
Yeah.
Would he
no,
really?
The boy,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
There have been cases of
All right,
Not
fucking
long
score
ago.
one for feminism.
seriously, fuck them. God, this makes me crazy. There was
It does,
one not
right?
long ago of where,
Because I mean, you got boys, dude.
yeah,
You know what I mean?
I
And
know.
if like some shit like
I know,
that happened to them, like you know what I mean, like
I know.
you'd be fucking livid.
I'd fucking cut a bitch is what I do. I'm sick of this shit.
I know.
I'm totally sick
I
of
know.
this shit. There was like a case of a teacher having sex with a student, and the student got fucking charged because the student was male.
Wow.
Yeah. Go fucking
And you know,
figure that shit
it's
out.
kind of crazy like how that whole thing works, because it like encourages bad behavior. It's like you can say whatever you want, you're gonna get away with it. They'll get in trouble. Fuck it.
Yeah,
You know what I
things
mean?
like
You don't even have to be responsible anymore.
The patriarchy.
Yeah, in Illinois, sexting
crazy, dude.
sexting is punishable by up to 15 years in jail. Yeah.
Wow. And I mean, I'm all about dudes being accountable if like rape is fucking for real. Like that shit's like, you know,
Yeah.
that's no joke. But I mean,
Yeah.
like when you're like throwing it around willy nilly and like, you know, you can just, you know, have somebody locked up for accusations like, without
like-
any actual evidence, like, or
like the
whatever, you know,
case-
the case might be.
Right. Like the case where 2 college students had been drinking and the guy passed out and the girl
Yes,
performed
yes.
fellatio on him. She gave him a blowy while he was unconscious and then accused him of fucking rape, and he got kicked out of school.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
the reason I brought that up is because
like, I don't understand what like possesses people to do like ridiculous shit like that.
Well, yeah.
Fucking, it's liberalism. It's a mental disease.
The reason I brought this up is because there is a bill trying to make its way through Congress right now that, quote, fixes child porn loophole that can sentence teenagers up to 15 years in prison for sexting.
Really?
Yes, this is a federal law or a federal bill that they're trying to get, and it's quote, teens who text each other explicit images could be subject up to 15 years in federal prison under a new law that just passed the House of Representatives. Representative Sheila Jackson Lee, one of our favorites.
Oh my god, my favorite
she's a good
dumbass.
one.
Yes,
she's a good one.
Has called the measure deadly and counterproductive. I actually completely agree with her.
Yeah, right. Wow.
Even a broken clock is right twice a day.
For real, dude.
Yeah, Republicans Justin Amish of Michigan and Thomas Massey of Kentucky voted against the bill, along with 53 Democrats. Yes.
Yeah, Justin Amash he's actually like one of the decent people that I actually have some respect for in fucking Congress. Now, I wouldn't even really call him a Republican. He's more like libertarian.
Yeah,
even though he is classified as a Republican, but
this is one of the where I get really, really angry right here. This is it also applies to thought crime. The bill would add mandatory minimums to child pornography production, even if both participants are minors. Mandatory minimums would also apply to thought crime. Representative Bobby Scott, one of the few opponents of the bill, was the first to point out that the draconian child porn law would criminalize consensual behavior between teenagers. He also pointed out that the bill seeks to punish solicitation, which takes his past actual production. Yeah. It's insane. It's insane.
So it's like a hypothetical. Like if you ask and no, you don't even receive, you can still get in trouble for it.
Yes. Even if my kids are both 17 years old, my kids are both 17 years old. Under this bill, if my daughter were to, heaven forbid, send a topless picture to her boyfriend, she could face 15 years in federal prison.
What do we live in, a fucking theocracy?
Yeah, idiocracy.
You know what I mean? Like, Jesus Christ.
I know. Like, society says that 18 makes one an adult, right? That's the maturity. Blah blah blah. Well, I know 30-year-olds that still wear freaking Velcro shoes and can't pay their bills, and don't wash their ass. And I know 14-year-olds that can cook and clean and take care of business and are some of the smartest people I know. So this number 18 is completely it baffles me.
Arbitrary. And anything that's
Yeah, it is.
arbitrary isn't logically consistent because you're trying to apply the exact same
But-
standard to all these extremely diverse human beings, and it's fucking
Yeah.
stupid.
They're collectivizing maturity.
While
Yeah.
I would say
Yeah.
that, you know, some people are more, you know, sexually mature at like different ages than others. I don't know if anybody's really sexually mature at 14.
Oh no,
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I agree completely. I
So-
agree completely.
But that doesn't make them culpable, like criminally culpable if they do
No.
something stupid.
No, I'm saying like we were all 14
Yeah.
one time, dude. Like when you're that age, you're
Yeah.
like, you know,
You're fucking retarded
he's-
is what you are.
yeah, exactly. Like I'm glad there weren't cell phones and shit around when I was a fucking kid.
Tell me about it.
I probably would have got in mad trouble.
Yeah.
Jesus.
14 for me was
Like, I mean,
20
the stupid
20 years
shit that we used to do, dude. Like, if we had any of that incriminating evidence on fucking video,
Yeah.
oh man,
Yeah.
Anarchy among friends from San Quentin.
yeah, for real, dude,
Man,
live and direct.
And it goes back to no victim, no crime. With regular child porn, there's a victim. There's a child that was exploited
Yeah.
for the gratification of adults who are fucking sick in the head.
But
But
the
two
thing is that they
teenagers
don't even bust
making
that.
a sex tape,
Yeah,
you know, of their
Like-
own and just showing it to their friends, that's not, nobody was
You know-
exploited. There's no fucking victim.
you know what's sick about that is
Yeah.
that like they'll bust somebody like that before they'll go and bust somebody for actual real,
Exactly.
you know, real stuff. And it's
The
and it's
F-
sick because it's like
the FBI
I bet you're going to say exactly what I was just about to say about how the FBI was monitoring the dark web.
yeah, they ran a child porn site
Yeah,
for a
exactly,
month.
exactly.
And 99% of the people that they arrested are going to go free because the warrant was issued in one state, but it was a blanket warrant that has no authority across state lines.
Yeah, either that or they'll roll over on people above them or whatever, and somehow those people will probably know people and get off on it.
Yeah, it's insane.
You know, so because
The real criminals, the big
the-
fish always go free.
yeah, well, yeah, not
Yep.
only that, but like that whole you know, underage human trafficking, you know,
Mhm.
stuff that's global.
Oh yeah, I tell people all the time that the biggest
Like,
gangsters in this
that's
country wear suit and ties.
No joke. Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
well, totally.
Mhm.
And we've
Yeah,
talked about that
absolutely.
before about how, you know, they'll have, you know, somebody of the political class do something depraved like that so that they, you know, they have blackmail on them so that they're controllable, but they'll give them a, you know, a
Yeah.
big fat paycheck and a nice comfy chair and a nice fat office, you know, and all you got to do is just, you know, play the game essentially. Either that or, you know,
Yeah.
like when J. Edgar Hoover was FBI director, they would drug people and put like a kid in the bed with the person,
Yep.
Take pictures.
even if they didn't even do anything. Yeah, and take
Yeah.
pictures and use that as blackmail. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of that stuff that goes on that like people don't really know about. And like
Yeah,
I've
those
seen
kids
people like on
did that.
Facebook.
They did that in Major Pain.
I
They tried
yeah,
to do that
yeah,
in
and
Major-
right. I saw somebody post something about, oh yeah, you know, the whole you know, pedophile thing or Pizzagate. Well, like,
Pizzagate.
you know, the whole thing somebody said that was fake. And I'm like, while it might have been fake with that one pizza joint, like it's a global thing. Like it's a real thing. Like, you know what I mean?
What about
Yeah.
the Clinton Foundation trafficking Haitian children
Yeah,
after the
that's what I'm
fucking
saying. And like ISIS
disaster.
was trafficking you know, little boys and girls and
people
and
people that
they're
were
tied in
working-
with the Clinton
Right.
Foundation essentially.
yeah, and people that like missionary like aid relief societies or whatever that were working with the Clinton Foundation, they were fucking
Yeah.
prosecuted for child trafficking.
Yeah, they got caught crossing
and
into
somehow this shit
Costa
never
Rica.
stopped to the Clintons.
No.
Yeah,
Yeah.
No.
and how does that shit
Yeah.
never stick to the Clintons?
hmm Dude, look up if anybody that's watching wants to know what Derek is talking about, look up George Webb on YouTube, and he has a really, really thorough investigation that he does where he goes through how all these people were tied to the Clinton Foundation, about how there are human trafficking people from Haiti to Costa Rica and being sold, and from places like Iraq and Syria and Libya. And that's why they destabilized a lot of these countries, because there's big money in organ harvesting and human trafficking.
Yep.
And that's one of the driving forces behind war that a lot of people don't talk about.
Yeah, the Clintons
It's one of the resources.
Like something like what, like $40 million through Haiti or something like that.
Yeah.
Oh, totally.
Used it as one big giant money laundering program.
Something huge.
Well, what they did was the Red Cross allowed the Clinton Foundation to collect all the relief aid for Haiti after the earthquake, and they pocketed it. It was like $4 billion or some crazy shit like that. And like, if you ask any person that's a Haitian, they'll fucking tell you they're fucking scumbags. I hate the Clintons.
Nothing was done. Everything.
Nothing.
There was like a half-assed attempt to make it look like they actually did something there.
What they did was they built like 3 huge soccer stadiums, and that was like it.
Yeah.
no.
Well, there were like a couple of like moldy fucking medical tents or something like that.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Yeah, and then that
just
was
a little bit to save face.
Yeah.
But they said, like, I think it was like 1% or something of the income that went into the Clinton Foundation was used for, actual charity. But anybody with half a brain can see that they were using the Clinton Foundation as like a cutout, like a front, to collect
children.
Well, they were doing a lot of different shady, like, criminal underhanded shit, but like mainly it was used as a front to launder money from people that were using it as like a pay to play kind of thing to get positions of power, or she was using that open Don secure server
for leaders in exchange for political favors.
Yeah, well, I can almost guarantee she was using that server that she had, on secure server. She was leaving information on that, and then they were paying her through the Clinton Foundation, and then they were allowed to access it.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
That makes sense to me.
The Clinton Foundation.
Like, she was selling information and laundering the money through that. What's up?
Yeah.
The Clinton Foundation is one big giant scam anyway.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if you think about it, it's the same thing as the Chinagate scandal, like back under Bill Clinton when he sold nuclear information to the Chinese.
Yeah.
Through what was it? I think it was Whitewater or whatever, like through different land deals and shit. They were like, using those as like because the Clintons have been doing that forever, using fronts to launder money.
Yeah.
For political favors.
Hillary Clinton was like selling federal land to the Russians and shit like that.
Yeah, for the uranium deal.
In exchange for donations to the Clinton Foundation.
Yep.
Yeah, the uranium.
Yeah,
that's right.
It was the Uranium One deal.
But Russia totally hacked the election and got Trump.
Totally, dude.
And this isn't conspiracy theory bullshit. This is fucking.
You can actually look this
documented investigations.
Yeah.
I mean, like, this is documented. It's legit. It's not a fucking conspiracy theory.
And it's funny because, like, my sister, who's like she's very left wing, and kind of like she's, I don't know, I guess she's kind of been in like the whole, like, feminist scene. Like, she's not like a militant feminist, but like back in the 90s she was like really into like the new wave feminist thing. And she's always kind of been like left wing ever since like her college days, and she was a Hillary supporter. And I tried to inform her, I'm like, not telling you like to vote for Trump or anything. It was like, you just opt out, dude. I was like voluntarism is like the fucking way of the future. I was like, be quite honest with you. I was like, it's going to benefit your daughter, who's my niece, obviously, but like, I was like, Astrid's going to benefit from voluntarism far more if you like try and work in those parameters than trying to work within the political system. I was like, because that shit's failed, dude.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And she's like, well, I don't want Trump.
Strong and independent if you're begging the government for scraps.
That's what I'm saying. And
yeah.
And I'm not that my sister begs for scraps, but no, I totally understand what you're saying.
Because the left is definitely more of a handout. Always wanting legislation over this or that.
Well, I mean, I've noticed that a lot of females, it's not even really based on principle that they vote for the left. It's more or less so that they can, have freedom with the reproductive system, essentially.
Yeah.
Single issue voters.
Single issue voters.
Yeah, exactly. And since the right doesn't usually bend on that issue, they never win amongst most women. But anyway, besides the whole left-right paradigm bullshit, I was trying to explain to her about Hillary and like all the crazy scandalous shit that she's done. She was like, "Oh, I don't know, it's probably a lot of propaganda, where you're getting it from right-wing websites." And I'm like, "No, dude, like it's documented fact." You know what I mean? Because how people they get like that whole bias.
Information Act request releases.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. That's like, and I'm like, so I hit her with like a whole bunch of information. She's like, yeah, well, she might be guilty of all that stuff and I might not like her, but I don't want Trump. I'm like,
are you for fucking real?
Yeah, and like she's a pretty intelligent like woman, you know what I mean? Which is like that's just I think it just boils down to like the whole fear factor,
Well,
yeah,
it's like, oh well, he's this, and if he gets in, then oh boy, this is gonna happen, and the right wingers are gonna steal your fucking uterus.
Yeah,
state up the entire idea of statism is based in fear. Like
of course, it's a rationality.
When you talk to statists all the time, you hear them, but who will do this? But what about this? What if this happens? Who will do that? It's all based.
What if we do it?
Yeah.
There is nothing the government.
That would be my response.
There's nothing the government claims to do that we, through communal or individual voluntary action, cannot do for ourselves.
Yep.
Exactly.
Decentralized freedom.
That's right.
Fucking hey, man.
That's the only way to freedom.
Yes.
Yeah, and I have an incentive an incentive that'll hit everybody right in the heartstrings. If we fucking decentralize freedom, we can bring Harambe back from the dead.
Oh, yeah.
There's actually a
Think
company.
about it.
There's actually a company based in, I want to say Pittsburgh, that is doing work in Central America or South America that just got approval to try and reanimate the dead.
Really?
Yeah.
No, I
go
saw
wrong
that.
There.
I saw that. That's how yeah.
Yeah.
So I remember thinking, this is how every zombie movie starts. Like this is the.
Now let me ask a question. Is it called is the company that's doing this? Is it the Umbrella Corporation?
I hope not. No.
Jesus.
Let's see.
Man, we're ready to get hit with all the movies at once, like zombie movies, Skynet. Like it's all fucking,
dude, right?
It's all hitting the wall right now. What a time to be alive.
The hammer's just gonna drop.
What a time to be
I think
alive.
I don't know. It's so weird. Like remember like when 9/11 happened, everybody was like, "Dude, that didn't even like seem real. It was like something I saw in a movie." Like, hello, that's why they do it. It's called predictive programming. They kind of implant it in your subconscious so that when something crazy does happen, you're like, "Oh, doesn't that seem like it was a movie or something?"
Yeah, or you accept it because it seems familiar. It doesn't.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
It seems like something you expected to have happen.
Yeah, but like in the movie, it's not. In the movie, it's like, okay, well, it's far-fetched. It's a movie. You know what I mean?
Right.
But when it happens in reality, even if it is far-fetched, they're like, oh, well, they kind of like, make that connection there where it's like, doesn't seem so far-fetched.
Right. Right. Yeah.
It's kind of like,
the official narrative is
like,
easier to swallow because they've been feeding you pieces of it.
Exactly.
Forever.
Yep. And speaking of the whole official narrative of 9/11, all I got to say about that is just go on YouTube and look up The Lone Gunman. First episode. It was a spin-off of the X-Files, I think. And dude pretty much explains exactly what happened like in 5 minutes. And it's like they're like, oh yeah, we're gonna have planes fly into the World Trade Center, and then we're gonna blame Islam so that we can wage a never-ending war in the Middle East for resources and this, that, and the other thing. And I was like, damn, like they fucking really just said that. Like in this, they released it like right before 9/11. And then it's like at the end of the video, it's like shows a plane like flying towards the fucking World Trade Center.
Yeah.
Jesus.
It's
like, oh wow, sweet.
Scary stuff.
It's nuts, dude. Well, I mean, the easiest place to hide something is in plain sight. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep,
they always say.
absolutely, absolutely. And
And-
that can all tie back to political theater too.
Yeah. And if
Mhm.
you tell a lie fantastic enough, people think you're telling the truth because they think nobody
Oh, totally.
would tell such a whopper of a lie.
Yeah. What's
Yeah, it's
truth?
psychology.
Truth is stranger than fiction.
Yeah. And people believe that. And then so you tell them something really fucking strange, a really strange piece of fiction, and they'll fucking believe it.
Well, you know what the intelligence agencies are really good at is like if truth about a situation, like say it's a false flag or something they carry out, if truth does start coming out about it, and there's factual like evidence that like it adds up, and like dots start connecting, they'll purposefully have agent subversion agents come in and place disinformation or whatever, you know what I mean, to like to poison the well, to like either make the people look crazy, or to get people off the trail of like what the real information is. They do it all the time.
Yeah, propaganda is one of the most powerful tools ever created by man, and
Totally.
government has damn near perfected the use of it.
Yeah.
Well, they understand human psychology too.
There's
Which is
a
the whole
really
thing.
there's a really good piece from Storm Cloud's Gathering called the
Yeah, I like that work.
Psychology of Power.
Yep. I think I've seen that.
That one it goes all the way back to
Like Machiavellian.
yeah, I think there's some Machiavelli in it, but a lot of it is regarding like World War One and post.
Yep.
But that is a tremendous watch. That will give you goosebumps and make you question just about everything.
What's the title again? Say it again.
The Psychology of Power. I'll look it up. I'll look it up and send you the link.
Another really good thing.
Or put the link in the show notes too.
I'll do that too.
For anybody that's interested, I don't know if you can find a audio book of this, but anybody else that's interested in propaganda and how that works and how they perfected it, like you were saying, post World War I, around the time like the radio was, or they were even using it before radio, through newspapers and control of information always. As long as they had
radio propaganda.
Yeah, as long as they had a medium to control the flow of information, they've been waging a propaganda war on the masses. So anyway, Aldous Huxley's book, Brave New World Revisited, his nonfiction work that he released like later on, like I don't know, I think it was like one of his last works. But anyway, he like goes through population control and eugenics and like how the utilization of technological mediums of the time and how authoritarian governments use them to wage propaganda war against the people, and how they use it, and how they studied human psychology, and how they can like Pavlov's conditioning, and just all different kinds of shit, because they've funded all these people, like Pavlov, Freud, Bertrand Russell.
Who was great at propaganda was Margaret Sanger. That fucking bitch was a raging racist eugenicist, and she paid black Southern pastors to preach to their congregations that abortion was a right that they were being denied, that they needed access to, and to preach that it was okay and it was a good thing.
Yeah, well,
because she wanted blacks to exterminate themselves.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, you trick people into believing that something's for their own good. They'll do it on their own willingly. And it's sad because like if you look at her readings, she was like she said that the whole purpose of Planned Parenthood was to exterminate the minority, the lesser races, like they were weeds. And other
not just
really
the lesser races, but she was talking about like poor white people.
Well, that's what she called them. Yeah. Well, absolutely. Well, there was, if you look at it, there's eugenics laws that go back way before Nazi Germany even instituted a lot of the eugenics laws, and they actually got a lot of the eugenics laws from us. And there's actually still eugenics laws on the books from the 1920s and like early 1900s. But another really
and
good.
That's when Margaret Sanger was doing her.
Yeah, absolutely.
Founding all that.
Yeah, and it was like anybody that was like mentally ill or had a physical deformity or whatever, they would sterilize them essentially.
Yeah, forced
Some people
sterilization was
some
a
people
thing in the United States.
Some people they would just straight euthanize them. Like it was pretty brutal, dude. That's like kind of a hidden history with the United States. Is like
Yes,
our eugenics policies.
History there. Yeah,
and a lot of that stuff came out of Cold Springs Harbor in Long Island, New York. That was like the basis of like the eugenics laws and like experimentation there. Like before, like Mengele and all them guys started getting into it in Germany. But it was all funded by the same Wall Street elites.
Yeah, the Hampton crowd, the elites were all behind this. Like it was super popular with that entire,
the Great Gatsby crowd,
upper crust, right? The upper crust. Yeah.
But another really good
aristocracy.
Another really well, actually, he was actually probably the godfather or grandfather, or whatever you want to call him, of propaganda, really. Before Joseph Goebbels and those guys.
Goebbels, there's somebody I'd like to go back in time and punch in the face.
Yeah.
But he learned from Freud's nephew, who was Edward Bernays.
Mm-hmm.
And Bernays said that the essentially a small group of people that pull the strings of society in terms of through public relations and marketing are the unseen government, he said.
Yeah, that's what they really are.
You know what I mean? The people.
It goes to the idea of what they call a group psychology, and it's the ability to control a group or a mass of individuals through the propagandized information. And it doesn't even have to really be information. It can just be an idea or misinformation.
Yeah, whatever the trend is. Yeah, because the modern pop culture kind of
absolutely
stemmed out of his whole PR kind of policies, because he said, we'll sell people things that aren't even good for them, and popularize them, like for instance bacon was like a scrap meat, and they were having a hard time selling it, and they marketed it in such a way that they were like, you gotta
fluoride.
You gotta have it with your breakfast.
They just weren't slicing it thin enough. It's fucking delicious.
Yeah, word. Well, hey, thank God somebody fucking marketed it, because I love bacon.
Same with fluoride in the water. Like fluoride is a byproduct. It's a waste product of manufacturing.
Yeah. Well, there's naturally occurring fluoride, toxic. And there's
it is toxic.
Yeah, well, but I mean, like you'll find fluoride in trace amounts naturally occurring, but then there's there's derivatives of there's other kinds of exactly, there's synthetic fluorides that they add.
Yeah.
And I had this debate with the water treatment guy in our town, and actually got him to remove it. But yeah, Stalin had the fluoride added to the water in the gulags so that they could reduce the security forces, because people would essentially police themselves because it made them more docile.
Pineal glands. Fucking calcify your pineal gland.
Yep.
Yep. It neuters your primal instinct.
Yeah.
All right, guys, we're getting on to over an hour and a half now, so.
I'm ready to go to bed. I drove home from Ohio today.
So, all right, you want to go ahead and plug some of your pages where they can.
Me?
Where they can follow you.
I'll plug. I got 3 of them real quick.
Stock you.
We got check me out at Dan Hoder on Facebook if you want. That's my personal page. Throw me a friend request, maybe I'll accept.
That shit is lit, fam. That shit is fucking
real.
Lit.
No normie bullshit there. And then we got I admin for the Tinfoil Crown, which is kind of a conspiracy driven Facebook page. And then we got the Shadow Revolution, Emancipated Human.
You're on Emancipated Human now, huh? That's cool.
Luis.
That's cool
Nice.
beans.
Well, I was for a long time, but like I didn't use the profile that I'm on now, and I didn't have access to Emancipated
Oh,
Human
okay.
on my other one.
Well, don't get banned then, damn it.
So actually,
Yeah.
the Daniel James account is on lock now, so
Well,
I don't know if I'll be going back to it anytime soon. But
Fucking butthurt normies.
fucking normies.
again,
Fucking
on the Dan
normies.
Hoder account, then I'll go back to Daniel James.
Yeah. Normies are the new muggles.
Yep. Fucking muggles.
And should be treated as such.
All right, D, what do you got?
Yeah. All right, if you want to stalk me, I'm just going to do my own little personal ones because I'm on like 1,000 Facebook pages. But so my personal ones are, you can stalk me at Derek V America on Facebook. And it's also on YouTube, though I haven't put up a video in a while. And I'm on Twitter as Derek V America, and I haven't been on there in a little while. But if you want to order delicious candies for me, that's at the Confectioner Punk. There's a Facebook page, and all you have to do is click the Shop Now button. Everybody's like, how do I order? And I'm like, there's a huge Shop Now button on the top of the fucking page.
Is it next to the Shop Now button?
Fucking,
And she accepts Bitcoin.
I do.
Oh, word up.
But you can't use Bitcoin through the online store. You have to message me for that.
Oh.
I take Bitcoin and
You got to send the
PayPal
Bitcoin via mail.
Yeah.
You guys see that?
Sorry, I had to.
You guys see that
Don't say
Bitcoin
that
crossed
Bitcoin
3,000
isn't a
earlier?
viable currency. What's that?
Bitcoin crossed 3,000.
Jesus.
Word.
It dropped back down, but it crossed 3,000 for a while.
Nice.
Yeah.
Don't
Guess-
don't tell me that Bitcoin is not a viable
got in on that.
currency. You can
Yeah.
buy candy with it.
Yeah,
Okay?
guess who's
It's a
kicking
viable
himself in the
currency.
ass for not buying any
That's
like 4
Yeah,
months
right.
ago.
No, I've been
Real.
and I've been kicking myself in the ass for not buying it the first time we talked about it, which was a couple of years
Yeah, for real, dude.
ago.
Yep, me too.
I was like, I
And
thought the
then,
same thing. I was like, it might just be a little fad, it's not gonna really go anywhere.
Well, yeah, it went up to like 1,400 or something, and then it crashed down to 8, and I was like, I was gonna buy it at 14, and then it crashed to 8, and I was like, oh no, man, it's not gonna go anywhere. Blah blah blah
Yeah,
blah blah.
yeah.
Well, now it's at like it's flirting with 3,000 again.
Yeah.
Well, the whole thing is, if you don't mind me interjecting really quick, somebody told me that there's a lot of like it's backed up in terms of the flow of transactions, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they said that like once it releases or something, then it's going to cause it to dip in price. So
Right now, there's so many people that are setting up Bitcoin miners that tech companies are running out of GPU processors.
Nice.
Like there's GPU processors on back order because so many people are setting up mining.
wow.
Yeah.
I have like a faucet, set up, and it's not a miner, but just a little. It's just a faucet.
Little chickle.
But you have to have like serious like servers and shit, right?
No.
To do that?
No.
Or how do you? I don't
No,
understand
not
how
for a
that goes.
faucet.
Not
You
for
can
faucet.
use a
It's
I'm doing
actually
it off my
really
laptop.
simple.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yo,
Yeah.
something fucking
Faucets are
bit
really
me.
easy. It's super small amounts, but it adds up over time. So
I actually shared an article with somebody earlier, Dan. I'll shoot it to you. It's pretty simple.
All right, cool.
So all right, do you got any other you want to throw out there?
well, I'm on several other pages, but those are the ones that those are my little projects. Those and Triggered Status, but we're pretty selective about who we let into Triggered Status.
Yeah, because people get reported for that kind of crap. So
Yeah.
Well.
But yeah, if you're a legit anarchist and you like taking screenshots of the shit, stay to say, hang out, then ask to join Triggered Status. No report faggots allowed.
No report.
Oh yeah. All right, so I'm on Facebook and Twitter at slash JASBOOTHE. You find me on Wolf in the Sheeple's World. The Voluntary Agrarian, that's with Mark. And I'm also on badquaker.com. That's DOTCOM, not the little period, on Facebook, doing some meme work, helping to promote Ben Stone's book, Sedition, Subversion, and Sabotage, Field Manual #1.
It's a good one.
And check out frontrangevoluntarist.com. It's on Facebook. I think FRV or FRV Volunteers or something like that. I'll throw the link in the comments below. That is Mike Morris's project. And I also wrote a review summary of Ben's book for that. That's on PDF. And there's also a copy of it on Steam.
I edited the review.
Yes. That is getting good reviews, all thanks to you, Jerica.
Awesome. It was all me.
Yeah. Like 960 something words. Longest thing I've ever written.
It was fantastic. I had like one suggestion for you after reading it. It was great. It's great.
Yeah. So, all right. So, that looks like Dan just skipped.
No, I'm here.
Oh, okay. Your little picture disappeared.
Your video cut out.
Yeah, no, because I was checking something really quick.
So, all right, you guys.
Yeah, I got a quote to close this out. If you
oh,
guys
thank
want.
goodness.
Yes.
Yeah. All right. This quote's by Groucho Marx.
Good pick. Good pick.
Goes, I never forget a face, but in your case, I'll make an exception.
Nice.
Yes. All right. On that note, thank you guys. It was only the three of us, but we managed to hold it off. So.
Oh, we killed it.
Yeah. So
We did.
Good luck. Good luck tomorrow, Melissa. And.
Yes. Good luck, Melissa. This week. Good luck for the whole week.
And Mark, I hope you catch a cramp.
Yeah.
That prick.